Let me just start by saying that normally I wouldn't make a video like this, and it's not really a video, it's just a stationary audio, but I just went to the Yerba City Dream House drawing, and I was a little bit disturbed at the level of professionalism I witnessed. Now, I'm not going to make an accusation, I'm sort of going to imply something, but I don't have any evidence to support it outside of maybe what you might call a sixth sense and a brief visual that I felt like I saw, and some things I thought were not above board. So anyway, I was at the drawing, right, and basically this drawing is a dream house drawing where they give away this $4 million house somewhere in the Bay Area north of San Francisco, right? And as I was watching the drawing, I was a little put off by how if something this grand, like large, $4 million thing, and this guy who was reading the winners, I felt like it was a little bit questionable, like the way he was dressed, number one. He had sleeves on, and they had this other young lady who was picking the tickets out. And what I saw when the grand prize was drawn was, I mean, it made me, I felt like, again, I don't have any evidence. I wish I was part of this new generation where you guys record everything, and I would have put a video on it, and then it would have made more sense what I'm saying. But I felt like I saw something drop out of his hand back into the bucket the way he stood over it. But like I said, he had long sleeves on. And the girl who's supposed to be auditing this thing is standing like way across the room, like on the other side of 3 tables or 2 tables and 3 bins. And I felt like the way he put the tickets in his hand, like, and the fact that he had sleeves on, and the way he stood right over the bucket when he read the name, and I swear I felt like I saw a ticket drop back into the bucket, right? And it just made me feel like a fix was in, like it's unusual that you would have a $4 million house being given away. I didn't see any recordings, no cameras, just sort of a nonchalant kind of thing happening with an auditor, again, who was like on the other side of the room when this is happening. So, and the thing that, I mean, being that as warm as it was, that this guy was wearing sleeves, which looked like almost like a sweater in this room, which was not cool, was just like a little bit questionable to me. So I'm not going to dwell on this. The guy who won this grand prize name is Jason Smith, somewhere out of, which again is a super common name. So if I was going to use something like that, I get it, it's a good cause, they're raising money for kids and art and all that, but even still, I just didn't like the way that the setup was done. Like, I feel like this guy should not have been standing over the bin, number one, after he got the winning ticket, like, and then, feeling like I saw something fall into the thing, like, briefly, like, I can definitely see how, if there was a trick being played, how it could be played. So when you're doing something like this, there should be no questions for anyone. And again, I'm really like, I regret not videotaping this thing, because it was suspect, man, shady for real, like, that I should even have a question about it. Win or lose, I was, whatever, $400 I spent, it's all good, but there should not be I shouldn't be able to walk out of this place feeling like somebody's pulling the wool over. And given the climate of the world we live in, hey, if they're trying to protect the investment or the what do they call that, the philanthropic aspect of this thing, sure, but don't sell it to me that I'm going to have a chance to win this house and then you do some questionable or suspect things. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this dude Jason Smith will see this video and come out and say blah 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 blah, it's me, and even that's still suspect if it doesn't happen like immediately. But it's just disappointing. Like, I won't donate to that event again unless I'm planning to go and really articulate what's happening or clarify what's happening, because I felt like, man, it was foul, man. Like for me, you know what I'm saying? I didn't feel, who knows if the guy's real or not, I don't know, but it just was, I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it. So you guys, if anybody watches, probably won't be, because I'm not like big into this kind of stuff, but let me just say, I feel like Yerba, and the auditor, you guys need to step your game up, because it should not be any questionable improprieties in an event like this where supposedly millions of dollars are being given away, like in a matter of seconds. It just, the transitions, everything was just off. Like it just seemed weird, man. It shouldn't be like that for something that grand being given away. It just seemed like there should have been more to it. So to me, it seems like it's quiet, kept for a particular reason, but that's just my view. So you guys can do with that what you want.